The following is a paid advertisement. The views expressed are the sole responsibility of the advertiser.
I'm attorney Justin Clark. Coming up just ahead on You Have Real Estate, this man is running for election. We're going to send him to Washington, D.C. Also, what is going on in this real estate market and what's going on next year in this market? It's just ahead. It's You Have Real Estate. I'm attorney Justin Clark. We have saved millions of dollars for people with their student loan debt, but things are changing. Is now the time for you to get rid of your student loan debt as well? Call me now. You have power. Welcome to You Have Real Estate, brought to you by Renewal by Andersen. I am your host, Justin Clark. Great show ahead today, but first, the opening statement. I want to also, though, make my commitment to you for next year. As always, if you're a homeowner, you need to know what your house is worth to make decisions about how you want to handle your house, whether you want to sell it, whether you want to upgrade, maybe you want to downsize. The thing that you need to know about your house is what your house is worth. You cannot trust the websites. The websites are going to give you different information, and these websites simply don't know what your house is actually worth. If you call the phone number on the screen, 407-205-0400, I'll actually send someone to your house and tell you what your house is actually worth. In the meantime, you own a house, you have a mortgage. The mortgage rates have been all over the place the last few years. You need to know if you can save money monthly by reducing your mortgage rate. Same phone number, we will challenge your mortgage rate as well. Now, the opening statement. It is the end of the year, and happy holidays, by the way, but what are you going to do in the real estate market next year? Buy, sell, rent? What are you going to do, and how is this market right now? Great questions. Questions that we're going to answer by asking real questions. Kick it off today. My good buddy with LPT, Matt Miller's here. Matt, how are you, buddy? Good to see you.
Good. Thanks for having me back.
What do you think is going to happen next year? For someone out there right now who's like, I don't know if I should buy, sell, I don't know what I should do. How do you see this market next year?
I'm beyond excited for next year. So rates are heading in the right direction. There's a lot of pent-up frustration for people that want to buy, that don't want to give up that low interest rate. I think things are going to the new normal, and I think there's going to be a lot of people jumping back in this first half of the year next year.
I agree. I think a lot of buyers have been sitting on the sidelines. I think next year is actually going to be a really good year for this real estate market, a healthy year. You've got some on the market right now as well, and I love this first one. Number one, because it's on the intercoastal with the dock. That's beautiful. Pretty amazing. But your buyers or your seller is offering the buyer something special I don't see a lot. Tell me about South Palmetto Avenue.
Yeah, it's a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath property right on the intercoastal. The owner is willing to look at owner financing on that, so it's not just something that you'd have to come in cash or a jumbo loan or something on. The property itself is just gorgeous. When you walk through the front door, you have nothing but glass in the back overlooking the intercoastal, a brand new dock, a swimming pool, great entertainment area outside. It's ready for its new owner. So
a lot of people who have second homes out in Volusia County, they have the family debate. It's, do I want a condo on the beachfront, or something on the river? What do you prefer? I don't know. I don't know what's best.
So I own a condo, but I would prefer to have this house.
Oh, yeah, that's all right.
I like the privacy of having your own home. This one also is high and dry. So the house was originally, it's the only one on that street that was built up on a pad. So there's never been flooding issues there.
You're a boat lover? I mean, this house is great for you. I'll connect you with Matt right away. 407-205-0400. Also in Daytona Beach, Tuscany Bend Street. Tell me about this one.
Yeah, nice property. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath pool home. One of the very few pool homes that are available in that area off of LPGA. If you're a golfer, it's close to that. If you're with a hospital there, it's a good place to live. It's ready for its new owner. So it's been freshly updated, new AC put in, everything's ready to go.
And now coming back this way a little bit, over the bridge from Lake Monroe, Sanford, Winding Ridge Road. Tell me about it.
Yeah, my newest listing, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's a smaller home, so it's great for somebody downsizing or a first-time home buyer. It is completely updated inside.
It looks beautiful inside.
Yeah, the plumbing's completely redone in the house. A lot of the homes in that area have the older pipes. everything's up to date and ready to go on this, and it's priced to sell. We just did a price reduction.
Well, that price point, $325, that
Right.
looks like an incredible deal for that house. And again, I don't think it's turnkey. I don't think you have to do anything when you move in there.
Right, no, it's ready to go. We're questioning the roof age, so we're waiting to see, but we do have quotes, and the seller's willing to take care of the roof prior to closing.
Wow. If you'd like to see any of these properties, literally this weekend, 407-205-0400. I would be remiss if I didn't mention LPT. You were one of the first agents really to
one of the
to
first
go over
100.
to go over to LPT. It's absolutely booming over there. How do you enjoy working with LPT?
I love it, and it's gotten better as the years go on. The tools that we have access to, it just continues to improve. Robert Palmer is really looking out for the agents. We're learning from what his past history is and mistakes he's made. And now, I mean, we're set to go public here next year, so we're super excited, a lot happening, and can't wait to see what 2026 holds.
Robert's a very, very smart guy, but I think he really is at a point now where he's trying to help agents succeed. I think that success to him looks like making other people succeed, and I like to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, right now we just became the #2 company on Deloitte's Fast 500, so we are booming right now. The only other realty company I believe was at number 100 in there, so we're...
Yeah. Let me ask you another question about real estate in general, because I find this time of year, holidays, a lot of people are turning over new leaves for next year, so to speak, and sometimes that's career change. For someone out there who has been working for the man, getting the paycheck every 2 weeks for years and years, and they're thinking they might want to get into real estate as their career, what do you tell that person?
It's not for the faint-hearted. It's a struggle, it's a grind. So you got to be willing to take a lot of no's to get a bunch of yeses.
Yeah.
So you really got to be able to handle rejection well. But the tools are there if you're willing to call and introduce yourself to people, strangers, and can have conversation. You can make a real successful career. Matt
Miller doing just that. Good to see you, brother. As always, always an open invite for you. You're doing a great job out there. We have a very quick break. When we return, a little surprise for you. Someone running for Congress that I really like as You Have Real Estate continues. Welcome to our house. I mean, you spend more time here than I do, but it is hurricane season. You know our windows are terrible.
Yeah.
When hurricanes roll through, we actually go to your parents' house because we feel safer there, because you don't feel the wind vibration. Go feel the windows right now. Hit the windows like that.
Okay.
This is not a window.
No,
that
and
it should
I mean,
ever
there's
be relied
condensation
upon
from just our sprinkler.
but during a storm like that, you
Water's
wonder why you
coming
feel the
through.
vibrations. Even when a summer storm rolls through, we feel the vibrations here. That's why Dan Brigman is here today, Renewal by Anderson. Dan, as a man, I want to feel like I have a safe, protected place for my family. And I don't here. I'm not ready for hurricane season because of the windows that we have. What can I do as a family guy to make sure my family's safe during the storm season?
Well, first thing you have to do is you got to do what, you've got to inspect your windows. You've got to know and learn about what you have. And you know, Justin, what you have is not a hurricane window. That's not going to stop anything from coming in this house. If a shingle or a terracotta tile were to blow off in your next door neighbor's house in a windstorm and hit that, and you're sitting at this table, it is not a good day. All right, it is coming through. So what we have to do is we have to get coastal windows in this house, and we have to get them in as soon as we can.
I totally agree. The financing that you have too is fantastic. You make it super easy for me to afford windows in my house.
Yes, we do. Look, we know that no home improvement project is cheap, right? I mean, most of us just don't carry, you know, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 around in our pocket, right? And so what you have to do is you have to make it affordable for our homeowners, and that's just what we do through our easy pay plans. We have multiple different ways that we do business. We have 12 months no interest, 18 months, 24 months. We even have 180-month low interest plans. Some of them as low as 5.9. You can't even buy a house.
You can't. Not even close. Do you feel? Thank you, Dan, for coming. By the way, do you feel better?
I do.
Are you going to stop yelling at me?
I mean, Dan's here, so Dan's going to save the day. Our VA is always going to save the day.
Renewal by Anderson, QR code on the screen right now. Get your family prepared for hurricane season and storm season. Even if the hurricane doesn't come through, the storm season gets scary here in Florida as well. Do it today. Welcome back to the show. One of the reasons why I like to sort of own the time here is because I can do whatever I want at the end of the day. It has to be within reason. I can't, like be drinking vodka on set here with you or anything, but I can do what I want and I can support the businesses that I adore and I can support the candidates that I support. This guy's running for Congress. His history is absolutely amazing. A general, has been fighting for our country seemingly his whole life. General Charlie Gambaro's here. How are you, buddy? Good to see you.
Good to see you. How you doing?
So you're running for Florida 6th, a big primary in August. You're running against someone who's been around for a while. How's it going?
Well, it's going great. And first and foremost, I hope you and Michaela had a great Thanksgiving.
Thank you, buddy.
We are running a campaign to win. And we're extremely excited by the support that we're receiving. In the first 2 months of our campaign, we're able to raise $215,000, where our opponent, who's an incumbent, only raised $223,000. So I think our opponent's running scared. But more importantly, the race isn't about our opponent. The race is about an alternative for real leadership, an alternative for someone that has the ability to drive positive change and be a reasonable person, somebody you could grab a beer with and talk about the issues. We've been all over the district, Flagler County for sure, where we live in Palm Coast, but certainly St. John's, Putnam, Lake, Marion. We've shook over 5,000 hands so far. Wow. A grassroots campaign where the feedback that we're getting is they're ready for an alternative to what we have now.
What are the concerns people have in the 6th District right now? When you're at their house, what are they worried about?
So it's the economy, infrastructure, jobs within the district, healthcare, and housing affordability. I have a daughter that just graduated from the University of Florida, and we're fortunate enough to be able to help them get into their first home. But that's not the case for our residents across the district. This past, actually last night at the Palm Coast City Council, we passed, or we're moving forward into an initiative where we're looking at potentially taking duplex size lots, and instead of putting a duplex, we're going to put actual smaller home, 1,100 square foot homes. And so really it's the economy, it's jobs, it's the basics. What anyone wants out of life to be able to move forward and have a great living, because we do live in paradise here in Florida. We have to be able to afford it.
Yeah, I mean, over the last 2 years, the price of houses have skyrocketed. When COVID hit, we didn't know what was going to happen. The next thing we know, there's 30 people lined up to make offers at the moment a house would come on the market. So inevitably, prices went way up. Then the interest rate went way up. And then rentals also were very, very expensive. And we literally had families out there who couldn't afford a house. They couldn't afford to rent an apartment, and they couldn't afford to buy a house because of the rent interest rates, and the price of homes has gone up so much. Affordability was an issue. And I think affordability is an issue. What can we do to help people afford to live in a house?
So I think first and foremost, as the next member of Congress for the 6th Congressional District, I'm going to fight for funding to ensure that we have the right infrastructures, the pads and buildings to be able to bring good businesses, to bring great jobs, that provide awesome healthcare benefits, so that our young people and also our retirees, a lot of them want to right size, get out of those bigger homes and move into a smaller, not townhome, but let's say just a smaller home, so that they could not have as much to deal with. And those are the biggest concerns. I still think getting the funding, infrastructure is the key to unlocking economic success within our district. And at the end of the day, the jobs will come and everything will fall into place.
I think people who have not run for office don't understand. I mean, running for dog catcher is a process, and now you're running to go to Washington, D.C. I don't think people understand how difficult that is and the help and support that it really requires. Someone's watching right now, they want to come help Charlie. How can they help?
They can help by going to voteforgambaro.com, and also they can go to X at VoteGambaro and join the team. We've got a great mission. We have a long-term plan to help the district. And it's a great team because we are working towards positive solutions, not focused on the negativity of attacking either side of the aisle. We're running not for an endorsement, we're running to represent our constituents and really try to make a difference.
When I start thinking about my elected leaders, their platform is important to me, but the fabric of who they are, the human being that I'm putting my vote in for is as important to me as what they're campaigning on. Who you are is incredible. You're a hero. Tell us a little bit about your history.
So I'm a kid that grew up here in Oviedo, Florida, played football at Oviedo High School, joined Army ROTC at the University of Florida, and then had the opportunity to have an amazing career of deploying overseas, defending our country, leading America's heroes, our sons and daughters in combat. I had the opportunity to work for President Trump at the National Security Council. I worked with 4 different secretaries of defense, including Secretary Mad Dog Mattis, just a great leader and just a great gentleman, and my good friend Christopher Miller, who's endorsed our campaign. We've had the opportunity to also be endorsed by the Palm Coast Firefighters Union, so we're very excited about that. I've worked in the intelligence community at the National Counterterrorism Center, and let me tell you, there's things that goes on in that part of our government where they take care of us, all Americans, every day of the week, and it's probably one of the only places I've ever lost sleep working in government. But I've had the opportunity to also serve at the local level. I was elected to the Soil and Water Board in Flagler County in 2006. I was appointed by the governor to serve on the Flagler County School Board. And a year ago, I had the opportunity to be appointed to the Palm Coast City Council. So service is in our family, service is in our blood, and we feel that life is 10 times, 1,000 times more meaningful when you give something back to your community, and that's why I'm running for Congress.
I agree. One more time, people want to support you. What's the website?
Go to voteforgambaro.com and also at X at Vote Gambaro.
Good to see you, General.
Thanks
for coming in. Always a pleasure.
Thanks for your time.
Vote for this guy. He's amazing. Help him out, though. These campaigns are tough. They require a lot of money, but also time and support as well. A quick break. You Have Real Estate continues. It's almost hard to believe, to me, that 2 days ago I was standing here.
Yeah.
Actually, I wasn't, because I was miserable out here. When I would walk outside to this back area here, it was kind of depressing, honestly. How did it make you feel?
I mean, it was pretty depressing. I spent a lot of time at home. I work from home a lot, and I have to look out, and there was dirt, but not anymore.
And now it's
now.
amazing. I'm about to go putt right now and show you how good of a putter I am.
Literally, I don't think I've stopped looking outside since the moment we got this turf. But it didn't just happen, well, it basically did kind of happen overnight. It was a 2-day max process. Ryan, joined by Ryan, per usual.
He's the magician here.
He is the magician.
He's the one that made this happen.
He did, and his amazing crew.
So after the initial consultation, you guys signed up. We got our crews motivated and rolling. We got them here. First day was basically all the excavation and haul away and a little bit of irrigation repair that we unexpectedly found.
Yes.
And then from there, they laid all the base, they put the turf in, and as you can see, we got the putting green cut in, we've got some stepping stones in the back. So
it looks amazing.
We've already had like 4 neighbors come over because they're like, oh my gosh, like I have seen the Delaturf sign outside. I want to see what they did, and they just love it. I think people are literally going to be under our yard all the time, including you.
And I think the finished product, obviously, Ryan, is super important, maybe the most important part. But for me, too, and I don't know how you do it, but the crew that you send over, they're fantastic. When I first saw you, when I got here today, I said, thank you so much for the guys you sent over, because they were fantastic. How do you keep such a great crew?
We pay them well.
That makes sense.
But no, they are really good guys. All of our crews have been with us for quite a while now. We do have project managers on each site as well. So that way, if anything does maybe happen or come up, they are calling their salesman saying, hey, this has happened, and the sales guys are on it. So then we can come out and address any little issues that may arise at that time.
And one of the other things I loved about your crew is they were so clean. Like I was telling you earlier, I was like, oh my gosh, like, there could be like dust and stuff, but they cleaned up after themselves. They were so sweet, and they got the job done, and now I'm a happy camper.
And if she's saying she's OCD, like
I am,
crazy,
no, seriously, like
if
it's messy, I'm not good with it.
Very cognizant of
it's a really big deal. You're gonna let someone into your home and literally like build you something beautiful, and then they cleaned up. It was like a win-win. What do you say we hit some balls?
I'm ready. I mean, look, I'm ready. I don't know if you are.
Well, guess we'll find out. Ryan, you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm attorney Justin Clark. If you're in debt and find yourself living paycheck to paycheck, call me now or visit youhavepower.com today. Welcome back to the show. Joined by Elisha Lopez. Happy almost Christmas, by the way.
Yes,
what are we doing this holiday season? Sticking around or getting out of town?
Don't know yet.
Oh, yeah,
I'll tell you
there?
after it happens. Yes.
Oh, okay, got it. Holiday season is, it can be stressful for people, it really can, but I think a lot of people also are looking forward to next year and what they want to do with their housing situation. I think there are a lot of people out there that are still renting. Maybe they've been renting for many, many years and they're scared to purchase a home. You hear that a lot from buyers that you work with. What do you tell that buyer who's thinking about becoming a buyer, who's been a renter for years? How do you talk them off the ledge and give them the confidence that they can go buy their first house?
So like anything that you've never done before, for a lot of people, that's super scary. And typically when you have a renter that's scared to actually become a homeowner and been waiting way too long, that personality type is just the fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
So really walking them through, the basics of it is super important. And what I always find is 9 times out of 10, they're usually like spending more money, let's say, on eating out, like fast food restaurants, stuff like that, that's not helping their future.
Right.
And so by breaking all of that down and showing them, like, look, if you just spent $100 less a month on McDonald's and, invested that into your monthly expenses, your housing expense, like, it's yours. You get to do what you want and you don't have to worry about a landlord ever selling or, the rent going up, all those things. So I really think it's just mapping it out for them and showing them.
For someone who has never bought a house before, this is a question we don't really talk about much on the show. We really probably should talk about it more. A lot of times you have an opportunity to buy a home warranty when you buy a house. What do you say to home warranties?
Depends on which one.
Okay.
A lot of times an agent will recommend it based on, because there's no kickbacks, right, in our business.
Yeah.
But if you did, like a home warranty company might give a $50 gift card or something to an agent. And so sometimes they're like, hey, you should get this warranty. And of course you have to disclose that and it's in the paperwork, but that's like the important piece for the agent, not like this is a great warranty for you. And I've seen some that are amazing, but I've seen plenty that it's like, you would have just spent that money on that one repair you needed whenever it happens instead of monthly.
I think definitely do your research when it comes to home warranties. But let me tell you my position on warranties. And I've been to Best Buy just like you have, and everything you buy there, they're like, do you want insurance on this? No, I never I never, ever buy any of that stuff. I think it's a total waste of money. In fact, I scoff at insurance policies on these electronics. But when it comes to home warranties, I think if you get the right one, it can be a real benefit, especially if you haven't owned a house before. Because think about it. If you've been renting for many years, who do you call when something goes wrong? Landlord. You don't have to worry about it. When it's your house, now it's your problem. I think a warranty can really ease that pain and ease that adjustment a little bit for someone who's gone from renter to buyer.
Absolutely, yes, I agree.
I'm interviewing you, and I just went on a thing. I'm sorry.
No, you're passionate about it. I understand.
If you would like to buy a house, now is a great time. I think next year is going to be very strong in this market. I also think the interest rates are going to be in a really good spot as we get into next year. Marion County, I'm telling you, is so affordable when it comes to buying real estate. QR code on the screen right now for Elisha Lopez. She'll show you what is on the market as we speak. And even more importantly, as new houses come on the market, she will show them to you immediately. Next year, what's going to happen? What do you think?
Only can get better. Yes, absolutely. I mean, it just really, you could just tell by the way the phones are ringing, the conversations that we're having lately with agents, with buyers, with sellers, that everybody's just a lot more hopeful.
Yeah.
And everyone's just tired of 2025 and can't wait for new beginnings in 2026.
We've both been in this real estate game for a long time, 20 years plus at least, and it's almost like the quarterback who's been a pocket passer for the last 15 years. He has a feel for the game. I think we've been doing this real estate game long enough where I feel like I have a feel for it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And you do as well. I think it's
Absolutely.
going to be a really strong year. I think you're going to do great.
Yes.
I think it's a total rebirth year for you.
Thank you.
What do you think?
Oh, I 100% agree. I'm looking forward to it.
Well,
for
we're
sure.
looking forward to doing it together with you as always.
Always, yes.
Elisha
Thank
Lopez,
you.
we know we love you, love you guys as well. I think the holiday season is such a joyous time, but can also be a stressful time for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Families going through a difficult financial time. And just so you know, and I talk to people going through a tough time all the time, don't let it stress you out, all right? There are things that we can do to fix the problem. I want you to enjoy your holiday season. Thanks to our amazing team here, to all of our guests, the crew, fantastic. Most importantly, thank you. Merry Christmas.
The proceeding was a paid advertisement. The views expressed were the sole responsibility of the advertiser.